Hello and welcome as we get ready here under the lights here with this rainy evening, fall evening, November, first weekend of November for this U.S. Open Cup U.S. Open Cup qualifying round match, round 3. We'll take a look at Potros FC's starting lineup as they get ready for the walkout. We might have one change here. We're waiting for confirmation on that. But as of right now, a couple of changes from last time out against Atlanta United Academy. Danny Moreira misses out due to not being eligible for this match. But a lot of other players looking familiar. Sebastian Lopez will take his place in the starting lineup on that defense. And then Nazario and Bomio supposed to be back in the starting lineup for today. We will wait to get confirmation as we're getting some paperwork finalized with the referees. So if that changes, we will let you know. But one change in the midfield as well as Sebi Morello gets replaced by Daniel Rohr, who comes into the starting 11 for the first time since the last U.S. Open Cup round match against North Georgia United. So we're getting close to the kickoff here, the rain coming down. There's pretty good crowd here despite the conditions. A chilly afternoon, the lights coming on here at the Marietta High School field. It's going to be a great battle here between two teams meeting for the first time officially in all competitions today. They did meet in preseason. That game finished in a 4-3 victory for Potros, but it was a back and forth match and probably a very different roster from both teams today. This game definitely means more, and it's definitely shaping out to be a tough one for both teams. Just seconds away from the kickoff. We are getting our final checks in. Two teams who currently sit top of their respective groups in the UPSL. Potros with the fewest matches played this season. So we will see how that impacts them. And we'll be back in just a second for the kickoff. So we did get confirmation Nazario and Bomio is back in the starting 11 today. He has been cleared, so he will start today. Some options off of the bench. The substitution rule is slightly different here in the U.S. Open Cup qualifying than what we're used to in the UPSL. Both teams only allowed 7 name subs on the bench. We did not get the starting 11 from Buford yet. We are checking on social media to see if we get it. We're going to try to bring you that as well. But for right now, we do have their roster, their match day roster with some familiar names from throughout the years. But we will try to figure out who's starting in what positions and all of that. Actually, we do have their starting 11 now. So it looks like Eder Patiño will be in goal. Nicolas Salazar, Hector Escalante, Yahir Elizalde, Gerardo Carlos. And in the midfield, Martinez, Castro, and Guerra. And up top, Suazo, Cruz, and Chavarria. So Chavarria, obviously, one of their key players throughout the season. Christian Suazo also going to be a key player for them, having scored many goals this season. So we will look and see how they shape up based on their social media. It looks like it will be a 4-3-3. Looks like both teams will likely be in a 4-3-3. And now the team's getting ready to walk out. We'll be back to bring you the kickoff in just a second. So here we go, the final handshakes before this game gets started. The rain continues to fall down here in Marietta, Georgia. Atletico Buford traveling on the road, playing each other for the first time. Despite both being in the UPSL Georgia Premier, they were drawn into separate groups, so they do not face off during the regular season. We might see this matchup again later on, based on how the season's gone so far in the playoffs. But Potros FC sitting top of Zone 2, Buford sitting top of Zone 1, and now they will fight it out for a spot in the round 4 and final round of qualifying on November 21st or 22nd. It's going to be a fun match here tonight. Referee Justin Higgins going to be getting us underway shortly. And Potros going to be lining up with Cameron Verona in goal, Caden Macias, Kwesi Paul, Omar Barrow, and Sebastian Lopez in the defense. In the midfield, it's going to be Eric Graham, who after his man of the match performance against Atlanta United Academy last week, alongside Pedro Valenzuela, who's in great form, and Daniel Rohr back in the starting 11. And up top, Nazario Mbomio starting his first game since week 2 of the season, alongside Pedro Lima and Mark Vino, who wears the captain band today. So it's going to be a fun game here. There has to be a winner. Some changes to the rules in terms of the rosters, so we'll bring you those throughout the game as well. Some key players missing from Potros lineup, such as Benjamin Uranga, who's out with injury, unfortunately, and also... But this is the first time this season that we see the partnership of Kwesi Paul and Omar Barrow, who famously were the starting center backs all throughout last season in that championship winning season. So here we go. Just some checks on the goal just before we get started. So a slight delay here, but both teams lined up as the rain continues to fall and the temperatures continue to drop. We've got the floodlights on here at the stadium, lighting up this field. Darinho gets his foot over the ball. The whistle comes and the game starts here in U.S. Open Cup qualifying. Round 3, a long ball over the top, won by Rohr, finds the feet of Mbomio, trying to get it to Valenzuela. The ball skips away from him. Already signs of that slick surface on the turf, causing some issues with the ball going to be moving very quickly. We'll see which team can take advantage of that early on. A quick midfield battle. It's going to be a back and forth game. An early challenge from Paul in the back of the Buford player concedes the first free kick of the game. Looks like both teams in a 4-3-3. I'm going to try to get you the full roster. We did mention it earlier. We're still getting used to it. Definitely one of the players to look out for this Buford team is going to be Chavarria. They're on the left wing. Definitely their most important player. He's been involved in many of their goals this season. And also on the other side of the field, here's Eder Patiño, experienced goalkeeper who played professionally in Mexico. Fun fact for the fans, he played for Los Potros de Hierro Atlante in Mexico, which is one of the influences on this Potros club in their creations. So it's a player that we know very well from his time in Atlante, now playing here in Atletico Buford, and also one of the coaches. A long ball over the top early, bounces back, and Paul takes his time to take a touch and tries to play it into the midfield. It's picked up by Buford. A missed touch there by Paul. A chance here for Buford coming forward, but a heavy touch into the box goes into the hands of Cameron Verona. The Buford players already unhappy with the calls. It's definitely going to be something we see with a very heavily Latin American presence. They like to get into the referee's ear throughout the game. A lot of these players played with Georgia FC a few years ago, who went on to win the UPSL Georgia division and ended up a free kick here. A chance, but Darinho putting the ball in the box, looking for Mbomio. Buford quickly getting to it. But again, a lot of these players were a part of that Georgia FC team that won the Georgia division a few years ago, and they have a lot of experience playing in professional leagues throughout Central America and Mexico. Here they come on the attack. Here's Cruz. Going back to Castro. Now Salazar. All the way back to Patiño. Buford having the most possession so far. Potros allowing them to play the long balls. Now they try to play it through the middle. Finds the feet of Chavarria. Tried to play it quickly forward, but Kwesi Paul was there to pick it up. Now Potros have a chance to get some possession. Here's Omar Barrow to the feet of Pedro Lima, who's having his best scoring season this season. Has pressure coming from behind with Christian Suazo. Finds Daniel Rohr. Hard tackle from the back there. He's definitely going to get a free kick for that one. The Buford players definitely trying to quickly get into the physical battles. You can see that late challenge on the back of Rohr. Referee Justin Higgins was quick to call it. Omar Barrow over the free kick. Looking for a target in the box. Almost fell to Dadinho on the first post, but he decided to let it go and only to find a Buford player. Now a quick counter-attacking opportunity for Buford, but it's too long for Chavarria. We'll go out for a throw. Throw in from Macias, helped on its way by Dadinho. Rohr heading it down, and Bomio can't get to it. It's cleared away. And now Potros will have a chance on the throw-in. A slippery ball falls out of the feet of Sebastian Lopez, and Buford pick it up and play on. Apparently it was a legal throw according to the referee. Didn't see it clearly. I was checking my notes on the lineup, so didn't see the full thing. But Potros immediately get it back on the other side. Here's Macias. His throw finding Rohr. Rohr heads down. It's only as far as a Buford player. That's Castro. Plays it back to Escalante. Salazar's ball forward, picked out by Lima. Both teams are going to be a little bit both teams are going to take their time to really take risks, is what I'm trying to say here, especially in these conditions. Nobody wants to be the first one to make that mistake. Can completely change the confidence of the teams. And now Buford, they've been going pretty direct to the attack. Here they come forward. I believe that's Guerra. With a little bit of a slip, manages to find Suazo on the near side. Under pressure against Sebastian Lopez. Playing to the middle, Barrow picks it out early, finds Mbomio. Mbomio now with some space to carry himself, has Lima with him, tries to go past Escalante himself, but Escalante read it all the way and gets it out for a throw. And now Lopez gets another chance. Let's hopefully see if he can keep the ball in his hands this time. Does get it in behind. And Mbomio running, putting the pressure on, forcing the ball out for another throw. And this time they'll be able to get players in the box. We've seen them create some danger from these types of opportunities throughout the season. Sebastian Lopez to the front post. Daniel Rohr's there. It's headed down by Elizalde. Kept in play in the corner. Pressure coming from Potros. A long ball looking forward. Barrow gets his head to it. Only as far as another Buford player. Here comes Buford. And Kwesi Paul that time there to pick that one out early on. Working together with Valenzuela to get their bodies in front of the ball. Now back to Sebastian Lopez. Here the call from Kwesi Paul asking for the team to calm down, keep the ball. Macias getting his head down, looking for a ball into the box. It's going to be too long for Mbomio. and Patiño will see that one into his hands. Elizalde carrying into space, looking for the feet or head, and decides to go long instead, and Kwesi Paul's able to reset that one all the way back to Cameron Verona. Here's Barrow. Neither side creating any danger yet. No chances to score. Another ball over the top. So it's a back and forth game with those direct passes. None of them able to connect just yet. Nazario and Bomio putting the pressure there, forcing the ball back to Patiño. This time Patiño goes long. Lopez with 2 players on him. Suazo wins the first one. Barrow gets his foot to the second. Now Lopez able to play it forward, but picked out by Escalante and played back forward. This time Paul heads down to Graham. Graham looking for Valenzuela, a little bit too heavy behind him. Now Chavarria on the ball with pressure from Macias. The run continued by Guerra. It's going to be a little bit difficult from up here to see the difference between those two players. They look very similar. Chavarria and Guerra. They're wearing number 10 and number 18, so from up here, the numbers even look similar. So apologies to the Buford fans if we get those two mixed up throughout the game. Speaking of the fans, if you're watching at home, leave a comment in the chat. Let us know who you're supporting, where you're watching from. We love to see the fans getting involved. Here's Darino. Shouts for a handball from Buford, but no whistle came. And Potros continued playing and win a throw-in. It's going to be a highly watched game. Again, 2 teams meeting for the first time. There's no history other than a preseason friendly, which we don't count those towards the statistics in the head-to-head. Long throw from Macias into the box. Won by Buford. It comes to Lima at the edge of the box. A chance here to create some danger. Lima gets underneath the ball. Took a deflection off of a Buford defender. Will be a corner kick. But the first signs of danger showing here came from Pedro Lima. They line up for the corner kick now. We're back here to live. Lima, the shot taker, going to be the one to take the corner as well. Some talking to from the referee, not liking the amount of contact there in front of Patiño's box, particularly with Sebastian Lopez right in front of the front post. Let's see. They've got a player right behind Patiño as well. I believe that's Paul. Lima's cross comes in. Over the keeper. It's on the back post. Headed away. Back into the box. Headed this time again by Buford to Chavarria. One-time touch to the middle. Paul's there to win it back. Valenzuela. Turning. Under pressure. Plays with Darino. Still under pressure now, trying to get it out to Graham. It's too heavy for him. Buford with a chance here from the throw-in if they can take it quickly. Referee Justin Higgins allowing the play to continue. He's been pretty strict with these decisions, not giving anything lightly. There's a ball over the top by Valenzuela to the feet of Darino, who finds it in the corner. Now gets it into the box. It's a bouncing ball, difficult to deal with. It was dealt with well by Elizalde to get it out for a throw. There's going to be plenty to think about throughout this game from Frankie Ruiz. But they've got a throw in here. It's going to be Caden Macias to take it. Omar Barrow coming forward from the center back position to be a target in the box. Macias throw, a long one to the front post. Roar heads it on. Darinho flicks it back to Lima. Lima going himself at the edge of the box, puts it into the box. Here's Roar to pick it up, but gets it poked away from him. Here's a chance for Buford. Under pressure, Roar able to get it out, but not allowing any counterattack. Daniel Roar has been doing well at winning those balls in the air throughout this first half so far. Comes into the starting lineup replacing Sebi Morello, who started almost every game this season that he's been available for. Here's Alessandro Castro under pressure from Roar. Roar not able to get a touch on the ball, and Castro's able to turn and carry into space. Now he has a runner in front of him, tries to go for the long switch instead, and Macias is in the way. And that's a hard challenge there in the middle. Macias gets back up, but now the foul called. Took a second. But it looks like a bit of a slip and then coming together at the midfield. A dangerous position, but in the end it was probably incidental. You can see, yeah, not there. Just a late challenge from the Buford player, and then Macias, as he was sending the ball, slipped and goes into the challenge. So still a foul nonetheless, but probably not as bad as it originally looked. Here's Eric Graham, creating some space to himself by going back to Paul. Paul with under pressure, gets it back to Graham. Graham one time to Macias. It's behind him, and he can't keep it in play. A slippery pass. Ball slips away from Potros, and Buford get a throw right in front of the Potros bench. Let's see what Buford can do from this position. Gerardo coming forward from the throw, finding the feet of Guerra, has pressure on his back, and it comes off of Potros last for another Buford throw. This time they go back to Elizalde. Under pressure from Mbomio, gets it to Escalante. Finds Martinez in the midfield, and another ball goes wayward, out for another throw, this time for Potros. But definitely both teams still trying to adjust to the conditions. You can see the ball, the passes just being slightly too heavy a few times here and there, or slightly behind the player, forcing throw-ins and giveaways. See who can adjust to this slippery ball and create some danger. We've seen some chances so far. Nothing very clean yet. Here's Lopez. All the way across to Kwesi Paul. Runners coming forward. A long pass. It's over Roar. Won by, I believe that was Salazar. And now Alessandro Castro in the midfield. Former player of the Atlanta United's academy system. And played in the, I believe, U20. I believe it was Honduras national team. I might have the wrong nation. Apologies if I do. Here he is on the ball again, Castro. This time finds Guerra. Challenge there by Lopez. A foul called against him. And did not get the replay on that one. I think a yellow card was shown, actually. So first yellow card of the match. And a chance from the free kick. It's going to be Guerra over it. Looks like he's going to be looking to put a cross in, but could potentially try to sneak it into that front post. Cameron Verona getting his wall set up. A chance early on here for Buford. From this free kick, we know how dangerous they can be from set pieces. Guerra's cross. Verona punches away on the far side and then cleared on the second attempt by Graham. Verona did well to stand his ground, and then now Darinho getting a foot in the right place. Mbomio playing it forward. Darinho in behind. A challenge comes from Buford. They win the first one. Escalante tripped up on the second by Lima. See that one again. Just great work there from Verona as the player ran across him. He stood his ground, saw the ball all the way, and now long ball over the top. It's going to come up for offside. We saw he did make his run early. We could see it all the way from here in the press box. So first offside called there against Chavarria. Hasn't been as involved in this game so far, but we know the danger he can pose. And it looks like Suazo now moving more centrally, and now Cruz will move into the wide area. So Eder Cruz here on the near side. So switching it up throughout this game. Here's Omar Barrow. Gets his head up and looks for Mbomio. He heads it on, but nobody running behind. Buford. Here's Castro. Castro's been good in this game so far. He's been the main ball carrier and progressor of the ball for Buford. He's been able to get through the Potros press, which not many teams have been able to do this season. Potros still perfect on the season so far, looking to try to continue their streak and advance in Open Cup qualifying. Here's Lopez. Ball into the box. And Mbomio heads it on. Dadinho trying to get to it. Doesn't keep it in play, though. Suazo heads on. Lopez plays it across. Macias wins the header in the mid backside. Graham playing a dangerous ball over back to Lopez. And Castro brings it down in the midfield. Good ball movement there from Buford, but it ends up on the last pass, not able to get it under control and plays it out of bounds again. Potros inching their way forward from the throw-ins. As the temperatures drop, players from the bench getting their legs warm, staying warm. A foul called there. This time Paul's going to be the one to take the free kick. Plays it to the far side. Lima up, but Salazar got his head to it. And now a ball cleared forward. Barrow gets his head on it. Lima brings it down under pressure. Suazo there back defending. And now Martinez. Martinez trying to get it behind, but Barrow sticks his leg out and gets it in the way. Now Paul takes a touch into the middle. Finds Roar. Roar to Valenzuela. Rain continuing to come down on very difficult conditions. Buford moving the ball around the back. Patiño here to Escalante. Pressure from Lima. Ball across to the far side. Dadinho thinking about putting the pressure on. They end up finding Gerardo there on the far side. Now a ball forward. Suazo loses out to it from Kwesi Paul. And now his ball forward goes out of bounds. Here's Martinez. Connecting with Guerra. Back to Elizalde. Escalante. Ball in behind. It's going to be too heavy. And And a chance there from Buford, but the flag comes up for offside. So it doesn't come to anything. The shot was off target either way, so would have been a goal kick if the flag did not come up. But showing signs of danger, Buford, they've probably been the better in terms of creating from open play. Potros have had a lot of chances from the set pieces and throw-ins, but haven't really been able to create or get past this Buford defense. A win there from Castro in the midfield, demanding performance from him so far. Now the ball back forward. Barrow doesn't get a touch on it, but he forces the ball back. Martinez looking for Chavarrio. Macias in the way. Ball behind. Here's Mbomio. If he can bring it down. Gets around. Elizalde still Mbomio. Looking for support. The pass is too heavy for Valenzuela. And now a chance for Buford once again. Under pressure. Switching it into the middle to Castro. Castro carrying. Wide to Cruz. Has the overlap from Salazar. Goes himself to the middle. Now puts the ball into the box. Finds Suazo. Can't get his foot around it. And ends up going out for a goal kick. So first shot of the game for Buford. That counts towards the stats as they had another one that was offside. So one shot apiece now. Both teams testing, but neither finding the target yet. Closest probably that free kick from Buford where Verona had to punch away. And now Verona gets it back underway. Roar helps it on, and Mbomio on the second attempt gets it into the feet of Darinho. Darinho plays it into the box. Here's Lima on the front post. Goal! Pedro Lima having his best scoring season. He continues his great form, getting an opening goal here against Buford. It started from that goal kick from Verona. Found the head of Roar, found the feet of Mbomio, and Darinho ran onto it, was under pressure, calmly got it back. It gets into the box to Lima, and Lima slots it away in the front post. What a great play there from Potros, and what a way to start the game. They find an early lead. Here comes Darinho with the nice reverse pass as Lima ran in behind, and Lima cannot stop scoring at the moment. Potros 1, Buford 0. A lot of time to go. We will see how this game continues. We're going to see things start to open up perhaps. We'll see if Buford decide to play the long game or if they'll try to respond right away. Potros now with some confidence winning the ball back right away. Here's Eric Graham. He gets the ball taken off of him by Alessandro Castro. Now Eric Graham wins it back. Protest from the Buford players. They thought they were fouled. Mbomio getting the ball, trying to play it in behind. Pressure from Lima as well. They do well to get out of it. Here's Gerardo. Ball in behind. Here's Suazo coming all the way across. Kwesi Paul was not aware of him. And now Barrow with a nice challenge there right at the edge of the box to stop any further attack, but Darinho can't get it under control. Buford back forward. Here's Chavarria. If anybody can make something happen, it's him. Not given any space to take any shots. Here's Martinez trying the shot. Gets a little bit of a touch on its way and ends up for a corner. Verona had to deal with the bouncing ball as it took a bit of a deflection. See that one again. You can see Martinez taking advantage of that slick surface and just putting a shot on. Even if it took a little bit of a deflection off of Roar. Verona did his best to try to keep it in play, but couldn't prevent the corner kick. So now Buford with a chance here to respond. Chavarria going to be the one to take it. Cross comes in low on the ground in the front post. Comes off of the Buford player eventually and goes out for a goal kick. And Verona taking it quickly. The Buford player trying to stop the goal kick from being taken. No yellow card shown, or maybe it will be. No yellow card shown to the Buford player for trying to stop the goal kick. So So Verona will play it now, this time short to Barrow. Barrow playing it across to Kwesi Paul. It's going to be interesting to see how Buford decide to approach the rest of this game. If they're going to start to open their lines, if they're going to hold off and wait. Here's Potros once again on the attack. Darinho getting it forward to Lima. Lima with an early pass into the box. Won by Buford out. It was going out for a corner. The flag decides to come up for Mbomio, and the referee decides that he was involved, so gets the offside called against him. And now Buford will get a free kick instead of a corner for Potros. Here's Eder Patiño playing to Elizalde. Back to Patiño. Valenzuela picking that one up in the midfield. A tackle from Martinez, winning it back under pressure from Rohr. Valenzuela pokes it forward to Mbomio, and Mbomio brought down for the free kick, taken quickly by Lima. Here's Darinho, another trip and another foul. This time I think they'll probably take their time with it from a more central position. Great work there from Lima to be aware of the situation, quickly played it forward, got themselves in a better position. Buford was scrambling to get back. They had to commit the other foul. And now Potros will have a more central position to take this free kick from. Daniel Rohr over it. Might be thinking of the shot. It's a bit far. It's about 35 yards to goal. Lining up with the slick surface. Anything can happen. We'll see what he decides to do. He goes for the shot. Doesn't dip down enough. So it goes over the goal, out for a goal kick. Ball over the top, Kwesi Paul winning the header. Eric Graham playing it back to Barrow, who has plenty of time. Now he's under pressure from Suazo. Goes long, headed out by Castro. Referee Higgins asking them to go back a few steps. Here's Lopez. Long throw, looking for Mbomio. It's over, and Escalante wins the header. Lima getting a touch there. Suazo coming back. Gets to it before Barrow. Barrow now putting a foot in and winning it back. Lima heads down. Rohr back to Lima. Under pressure from Salazar. Here's Lima. Gets past one and gets past two. Now puts a cross in. It took a deflection off of a Buford player. Took it away from the path of Mbomio and Darinho, who are in the box waiting for it. Under pressure still. Darinho winning it back. Plays across to Rohr. Wide to Valenzuela. Cross coming in. It bounces. I think it took a deflection and into the hands of Patiño. Here's Cruz. Once again, directly under pressure. Lopez called for a foul. Cruz just stopped running. Sold the free kick. So it's going to be part of the strategy of Buford, especially Lopez, who I believe is on a yellow card. I didn't see the yellow card clearly shown, but I did see the referees writing it down after the call. So I believe it was a yellow card shown to Lopez. So they're going to be targeting him. They're going to be trying to draw the fouls. And as you saw there, a slight touch. They're going to stop and try to sell the free kicks. It's part of their strategy. It's going to be up to Potros to manage the game well and not make any decisions that are going to hurt them. Here's Eder Cruz playing to Martinez in the middle, plays it in behind to Salazar. Barrow not able to reach that one. Played forward to Suazo. Suazo driving into the box, cuts back. Back out to Cruz at the front post, and he finds the back of the net there, on the back post there. So Buford able to draw it level a few minutes later. Quick passes, Omar Barrow, the ball was just too far for him to get one back. And then Kwesi Paul not able to get back to stop that one as well. So Buford respond with a drawing goal here. There, that one from Barrow just couldn't reach it. The ball there nobody, Lopez just leaving the man open. It was actually Salazar who finished it, but Sebastian Lopez left him completely open in the box as Paul and Macias were trying to close it down, and he was able to finish it unmarked right there. So a little bit of a mistake there from the defense, allowing the player to move forward. And that's what happens against teams like these. If you let them have the space, they will punish you. And in that case, they allowed Salazar into the box without any pressure, without any marking. Here's Paul. A long ball picked out by the goal scorer, Salazar, who came forward from that right back position. And now we're back level, 33 minutes into this game. Barrels ball forward. Lima connecting well with Roar. Now Valenzuela under pressure, trying to play it forward to Mbomio. Took a touch off the Buford player. They'll get a throw in from a deep position. And again, another throw in that went astray. Potros still in possession. Here's Graham. Under pressure, loses out to Castro. Moving the ball around the back. Escalante. Looking for the spaces in the middle and the front. Cruz helps it on its way. Barrow gets there. Lima. Wide to Macias, who has space in front of him to carry. Has a run from Dadinho in the box. Decides to cut back instead. Doesn't have a lot of support around him and ends up giving the ball away. Lopez now picking that one out quickly, but Mbomio too slow to react. And Escalante able to play the ball forward once again. Barrow heads forward, picked out by Guerra. Valenzuela and Lopez work together to win it back. To the feet of Lima. Connecting with Graham. Back to Lima. Back to Graham. Graham looking for Dadinho wide. It gets a touch on its way from a Buford player. Now they're back in possession. Herrado quickly looking to go forward to Suazo. Brings it down and able to turn. Wide to Chavarria. Another ball with a deflection goes now to Lopez. Lopez trying to play it quickly to the front. Only to the head of Elizalde. Castro now. Another ball picked out, that time by Macias. And a foul called. You can see again the strategy of the Buford players. As the tackle came in, he threw himself into the air and ends up getting Macias a yellow card. So they see the challenges come in and they'll throw themselves however they need to try to sell the fouls. Even if there's not much contact. Ball played back to Elizalde. Now played forward. Helped on its way, but only as far as Lopez. Plays it in behind. Roar running onto it. Can't get to it, though. Gives a chance for Buford. Salazar. Play it across to Suazo. Can't get left control. Good work there from, I believe that was Valenzuela, who threw his body in the way to block the shot. Now Barrow playing it forward. Graham clearing out. Gerardo. Macias winning it back there on the near side. Now looking for the long switch for Lima. Bomio lets it go as I believe he was in an offside position and ball was just too far. Patiño will have the chance to pick up the ball, take his time, as Lima will drop off and get in his position. "39 minutes gone." You can see the teams have started to adjust to the conditions and fewer passes going astray. Teams are able to get more control of the ball now, and a foul going to be called there. Potentially a yellow card. And a ball kicked away by the Buford player as well. Testing referee Justin Higgins. No card being shown, so 2 cards for Potros at this point. You can see Dariño coming over to talk to the ref about it, wearing the captain band today with the absence of Uranga. And now Lima coming all the way across to take the free kick. Kwesi Paul forward into the box will be one of the targets, and Bomio there as well. Lima's cross. Won by Buford. Only going to be as far as a throw. Lopez was looking for a long throw into the box. Paul there on the front corner, can't jump. Lima picks it up, goes out to the corner, and can't keep it in play. Ends up trying to hit it off of the Buford player, but only as far as a goal kick. Here's Castro in the middle. Trying to play it in behind, but picked out by Lopez. Now finding Valenzuela. Immediately under pressure, goes back to Macias. And now this time carries the ball himself. Finds Dariño, continues his run. Valenzuela. Dariño trying to put a cross in. Cleared out by Escalante. Brought down by Chavarria, slips in the process, and Caden Macias able to get it back into Potros' possession. Caden Macias, who just celebrated his 19th birthday yesterday. Trying to get a result as a birthday present. Here's Pedro Valenzuela to the feet of Dariño. Dariño's pass to the middle. Goes out to Valenzuela on his left foot, not able to get good contact, and away for a goal kick. Ball played short from the goal kick. Here's Elizalde. Looking direct, looking for Suazo. Kwesi Paul reads it well, but it falls to the feet of Guerra. Graham coming back well to win that one back. Here's Paul. Paul with pressure. Calmly gets it back, all the way back to Verona. Two minutes to go of regular time. Then we'll see how much added time will be given in this first half. But we're where we started with an even match. 1-1. Goals from Pedro Lima and Nicolas Salazar. Here's Valenzuela. Paul. Omar Barrow. Ball forward, only finds Escalante. He has three players around him and slips it through to Alessandro Castro, who can turn and carry into space. Roar coming back to help, but Castro does well and he's aware of it. Gets it back to Martinez. Now Mbomio coming back to help defend. But Martinez able to get it through. The flag comes up for offside. Ran just a bit too early. That's Eder Cruz here on the near side, who's been offside on a few occasions today. Played short by Verona. Here's Barrow. Final 30 seconds before we see how much added time. Played across to Paul. Now Paul looking for the ball forward. Salazar heads down. Castro helped it on its way, and Barrow reading that ball really well, but Castro there again. This time Paul able to bring it down. Castro still putting the pressure on. Wins a free kick as well. So we're now into added time. Haven't seen an indicator yet of how much added time it will be. If we get a signal, we'll let you know. Looks like it's only going to be 1 minute of added time. So we've already played 30 seconds of that. So this might be the last opportunity of the half. Here's Cruz with a cross in to the back post. Macias there. Heads it towards the middle. Darinho back to help. Valenzuela still bouncing. Now Macias able to clear. Into the path of Mbomio, who has all blue shirts in front of him. Now Roar making his way forward. Goes back to Darinho. Mbomio continuing his run. Darinho trying to find header of Roar. He tried to help it on its way, but couldn't get the contact to get it behind the defense. And now that's probably going to bring us to halftime. And there comes the halftime whistle. So 1-1 at that break. Neither team able to take an advantage into the second half. Pedro Lima started the scoring for Potros. Atletico Buford was able to attack back. We can see it's an even game. 4 shots for Potros, 3 for Buford. And pretty even pretty much all across the board. So we will see if either team can find the go-ahead goal in the second half, or if this game will require added time, as we see the players coming together there at half field. Sebastian Lopez is being the target player. Of course, he's on a yellow card, so of course they've already been targeting him throughout this half. But we'll see what the coaches do at halftime, what changes will be made, and if either team can find the go-ahead in the second half. We'll be back to bring you that soon. And welcome back. We're getting here ready for the second half. Potros and Atletico Buford go into the half level 1-1. We can see some of the stats from that first half. A pretty even game back and forth. Both teams only finding the target once, and that was the goal for each team. Now we will see how they go in the second half. We can already see a change for Buford in the goalkeeper. So Angel Centeno will come in for the second half, I believe, unless we are seeing it wrong. Let me just double check. And no, actually, yeah, sorry, never mind. So it will be Eder Patiño continuing in the second half. He's just wearing a head covering that made it look like it wasn't him. Normally with the shaved head, you can see him pretty clearly now. He has a head covering, so that was a mistake on my part there. Besides that, we'll take a look at the lineups and see if we see any changes. We saw the score open up. Take a look real quick at how we got to where we are right now. Starting with, apologies, it's the wrong. Starting with this goal from Pedro Lima coming in the 25th minute. A goal kick from Verona. Took 2 touches from Daniel Rohr and Mbomio before finding Darinho. He held off the ball well and found the run of Lima into the box. And then Atletico Buford, they had a chance of their own in the 33rd minute. Here, the ball from Suazo. Nicolas Salazar coming forward was unmarked in the box. They found it through to him, and he was able to finish there, despite the efforts of the Potros defense to keep it out. And now the teams come back on the field. Does look like one change for Potros, and Sebi Morello will enter the game. So we will get that one up in a second. It looks like he will replace Sebastian Lopez, who had a yellow card. And here we go, back underway. Buford getting us started. Going back to Gerardo. Potros immediately putting the pressure on. So one substitute of the 5 available. Sebi Morello entering the game, replacing Sebastian Lopez. Get that one up in a second, but first, ball's back underway. Here's Macias. To Valenzuela, quickly to Rohr. The rain has subsided a bit during the halftime. It's a bit clearer now. Still going to be wet there on the field, but not as much rain coming down. Here's a chance for Morello to get his first touch. Gets it forward to Rohr. Too heavy for him, but played out for a throw-in. And there's Morello driving the ball forward, not able to get it under control. Ball played forward, Barrow with time to control. Now into the middle, here's Rohr, flicks it on. There's Graham, who's moved into the left back position. After starting in the midfield, he will replace where Lopez was playing. Pressure from Mbomio against Escalante, keeps it in play there on the far side. With Lima's help, trying to win it back in possession, but Buford able to play through it. Here's Alessandro Castro, who's probably the player of the first half. He's been very controlling in that midfield. Here's Eric Graham winning it back. Gets it across to Valenzuela. Goes himself into the space, trying to flick it on. A hard challenge there. And a free kick going to be in favor. And a yellow card shown to, I believe that's Escalante from Buford. So first yellow card against Buford. A hard challenge there on Valenzuela as he carried the ball into space. Was able to poke it around. We'll take a look once again. See there, Graham. Great work from Graham there to win it back. Valenzuela saw the gap, went into it himself. The late challenge there, picks, just gets enough on him to bring him down. And now a free kick for Potros. From just about 26, 27 yards to go. Pedro Lima lining up for it. Going to be looking to try to get it onto that near post likely. Has to be Eder Patiño. Sets up his wall. Pedro Lima can't get it down. Goes out for a goal kick. No danger on the goal that time from Pedro Lima. We saw him score one earlier in the season against FC Birmingham in week 2 of UPSL, but this time doesn't test Patiño and they end up with a goal kick. Here's Elizalde. Looking for the direct pass to Swazo. Paul read it all the way through, let it bounce. And it looks like we're going to be going into a lightning delay. So, did not see lightning in the area, but it looks like the play will be stopped here and the game will be delayed. Looking at the weather right now, I don't see any lightning in the area. So I'm not sure where that came from. I have just popped up. So we will go into a weather delay for now. So 1 second, and we will be back to give you updates as we get through this weather delay. everyone, welcome back as we get ready to resume this US Open Cup qualifying match. And as we get, apologies. Welcome back as we get ready to resume Open Cup qualifying here at Marietta, Georgia, under the rain. The rain did subside a bit at the beginning of the second half, but there was a lightning strike within 10 miles, which forced the game to be delayed. We're now coming back from that delay. So the kickoff will resume around 6:45 p.m. is the expected time of that. The team's now coming back onto the field. Apologies if the audio is not as clear as it was. We were adjusting some of those settings. But you can see the Potros team back on the field. The Buford team also starting to get some warm-ups in their legs. We're expected to kick off from the 48th minute in about 4 or 5 minutes. We're still waiting for the referees to return to the field as well. But it does seem that the lightning has passed and play will resume shortly. And then as the lightning subsided, we then, of course, the rain came back. So during the lightning delay, there was hardly any rain actually on the pitch. It was pretty clear. The lightning strike was about 8 miles away. And now that the lightning has passed, the rain has returned. So temperatures continue to drop. We're currently about 47 degrees here in Marietta. With the rain and the cold, it's going to feel a lot colder for the players on the field. You see them getting their legs warm. We want to hopefully avoid any injuries for either team. We want this match to finish tonight. And this match currently level 1-1. We will resume play from the 48th minute, and the teams will look for a winner. If there's no winner after the 90 minutes, there will be 2 15-minute extra time periods. If still level, then it will go to a penalty kick shootout. There must be a winner to advance to round 4 of qualifying. It's not confirmed, but it's likely that the winner of this match will likely take on the winner of Kalanji Pro Profile and Mint Hill Soccer Club, being played tonight over in Snellville, Georgia, across Atlanta, the other side of Atlanta. So we will see if that will be the case and who will advance in both of those games, who will host, and so all that in that final round of qualifying to get into the US Open Cup proper tournament, which will begin in 2026. Of course, the 2025 edition just completed a couple of weeks ago with Nashville Soccer Club from the MLS coming victorious, winning their first major title as a club. Both of these teams today with the dreams of getting into that tournament to compete with the top teams in this country. One of the oldest tournaments in the world. And this open division allows local clubs competing in these amateur and semi-pro divisions to chase that dream and try to compete. You can see so far this game has shown great levels between the two teams. Players on both sides who have had professional experience have now playing here on Potros side. Mostly younger players who are trying to get to that next level. On the Buford side, mostly players who have already gone through the professional ranks and are now in the latter stages of their careers. So it's experience against the desire to grow. We'll see who will end up on top. Still waiting for the referees, as they actually do make their way onto the pitch now. They'll need to get a little bit of warm-up in their legs likely, and then we will get that play resumed. Won't restart with a kickoff. It will restart. I don't recall what the stoppage was. I believe it was a throw-in, so we will see in a second. As the referees now on the field getting ready, the players getting their uniforms prepared, and play getting ready to resume here in Marietta, Georgia, at Marietta High School. In the rain. The fans also back here in the stadium ready to cheer on their teams in the cold, wet, rainy day. One of the disadvantages at this level is that teams usually don't have a second set of uniforms that they can change into a fresh one. So they're in those wet uniforms throughout the lightning delay. Got to get some warmth into their bodies and see if they can get it back. It's actually going to restart with a dropped ball here in the middle of the field. Sebi Morello going to be the one to get us back underway for Potros. Referee checks his watch, makes sure everything's in sync. We've got our scoreboard on the stream and in the stadium synced up, and we're back underway. Here's Potros, Omar Barrow under the ball. Play continuing. Ball forward, looking for Roar. One back by Buford. Here's Elizalde. Playing the ball forward, Macias. Winning the ball, fouled. No, but the play continues, an advantage given. Here's Bomio. At the edge of the box, looking to take advantage right away, but his ball forward picked out by Alessandro Castro. Here's Chavarria. Macias was doing well, but now a player down for Buford off the ball. Didn't see what happened there. Maybe still adjusting to the cold weather, perhaps. Again, it was off the ball. Did not see what happened. Don't know if there was any contact. Don't know if it was on his own that he went down. So grabbing, it looks like the left calf. And its shoes or plate is off. Maybe got stepped on. Again, did not see what happened. It was off the ball. That was Christian Suazo. Play's going to restart with a dropped ball for Chavarria, who was running down this near side. Now the ball's back into play. Goes back to Gerardo Carlos. Played forward. Kwesi Paul controls and sends it forward. Hector Escalante getting it down. Pressured with Lima and Roar. And now Buford forced to go long. Bounces behind. Barrow's going to read that one all the way through. Puts it back into the middle. Morello getting it under control. Wide to Lima. Lima's ball into the box. And Mbomio down on the end. And the ball play stopped for a free kick despite Mbomio getting onto that pass. It was a very tight angle. It would have been difficult for him to do anything from there in the first place. So Potros will get another chance from the free kick instead. But you kind of thought that the referee would wait a little bit longer to see what would happen there. Nonetheless, here's the free kick. Lima's going to be the one to take it. Or sorry, that's Graham. Graham's cross headed away by Buford. And now a free kick called. And a yellow card shown to Nazario and Mbomio. And again, it was off the ball. Not sure what exactly happened. But things starting to heat up here. Despite the temperatures dropping in the weather, it's heating up there on the field with teams fighting for every ball. And again, it's things happening off the ball, happening back and forth. We're not getting clear views of exactly what's happening, so apologies for those at home for not being able to commentate on what exactly happened. Can hear the fans in the crowd trying to keep the rhythm of this game alive. Elizalde gets it back underway. Here's Patiño under pressure. Back to Elizalde. All the way across to Escalante. His touch is behind him, and now Roar coming across to put the pressure on. In the corner, the ball played forward, picked out by Morello. Morello's ball to Mbomio, and Mbomio tried to flick it onto Dadinho. Buford all around, reading those plays. Here's Morello again, carrying it himself again. This time looking for Dadinho. It gets picked out again by Gerardo Carlos this time. Here's a chance for Suazo on the counter. Manages to turn. Goes back to Martinez. And now Valenzuela coming across to put the pressure to Chavarria. Helps it on its way to Suazo. Valenzuela went down off the ball. Nothing called. Now Macias plays it to the feet of Mbomio. Mbomio wide to Dadinho. Dadinho looking for the pass in behind. And Mbomio goes down. Nothing called again. Here's Castro. Players going down left and right in this game. Can only expect as this game goes on that it's going to get even more physical. Already 4 yellow cards in this game. 3 for Potros and 1 for Buford. A 1v1 opportunity. There's Eder Cruz going against Graham. Goes down too easily and gonna go out for a goal kick. Ball back underway. Here's Omar Barrow. To the feet of Morello. He's had a positive impact coming in at halftime, helping to secure that midfield. Ball forward to Roar. Brings it under control. Now Dadinho. Back to Roar, runs into Dadinho, and now the ball's loose. Suazo picks it up, leaves it for Guerra. And Dadinho putting a tackle in there at the half field. Referee allowing the play to continue. Martinez gets it wide to Gerardo. Ball over the top, Macias in the way. Loose ball there, Dadinho coming back. Gets it around Carlos. Now wide to Lima. Lima brings it under his control, under pressure. A challenge there. One back by Buford. Here's Guerra, shot blocked. Wide to Cruz. Run continues from the Buford player into the box. Paul in the way. Now at the edge of the box is another shot that gets blocked again. And the ball loose there. Verona off his line to get to that one. Tried to play it quickly. Chavarria stopping him from doing so. Now the ball thrown out to Eric Graham. Lima gets the ball poked away from him. He gets it back underway with a throw. Back to Omar Barrow. Finds Valenzuela in the middle. Wide to Macias. Macias trying a ball early into the box. It's behind the defender, and Mbomio can bring it down. Now it's cleared off of a Buford player, and now cleared by Elizalde that time. A chance here for Buford to create something, but they can't get the connection either. Now Valenzuela trying again, bodied off the ball by Alessandro Castro, who carries it himself forward through the midfield. Wide to Chavarria. Plays it forward to Suazo. Paul coming across, thought about the challenge, slips up. Suazo from a tight angle gets it around, but Verona in the way, stopping the ball from finding its way into the net. Buford looking dangerous, a little bit of a slip there from Paul. Verona did well to come off his line. Here's Buford again. They come forward. Paul gets it away. Dadinho carrying the ball himself. Wide to Roar. Roar thinking about the direct pass, decides to carry instead, and now finds Dadinho under pressure. Back to Macias, to Lima. Lima around Escalante. Pokes it to himself. Escalante comes down and wins that one cleanly. And now Escalante gets around the pressure from Valenzuela, but gives away a pass to Rohr. This game is completely lively right now. Morello finds Dadinho. He left it, but no one behind him. Martinez has Suazo open. Macias coming back to try to cover. Now they play it to Suazo. It's a heavy pass. Will he be able to keep it in? He can't. It's going to roll out for a throw. You can see the frustration there from Suazo as he wanted it to his feet. But we'll see this opportunity again. They've been able to find that gap in behind on this near side. And there Verona had to come off his line. Got a good hand to it. So throw in from Potros. Comes back in. It's a long shot just over the bar from Atletico Buford, and they're starting to create more and more danger as this game goes on. And we were just coming out of the replay. It was Martinez from very far out. It doesn't dip in time. Verona was outstretched in case it did, but it ends up going over the bar and out for a goal kick. Now Barrow forced to go direct, and it's picked out by Buford in the midfield. Martinez again. Rohr doing well to win that one back. Paul under pressure gets it to Morello. Morello under pressure gets around Guerra. Carries the ball himself. Finds Dadinho. Dadinho turns. Has pressure on his back. Gets it wide to Lima. Limas tries to cross. It's too heavy for Mbomio. Will roll out for a goal kick. This game is completely wide open here in the 59th minute. But the score stays level. One substitute of the 5 available for Frankie Ruiz. No subs made yet for Buford. Here's Elizalde. Left by Chavarria, finds Guerra. Now it's a 3-mans on this near side. Played towards the middle to Chavarria. Barrow put a tackle in, and Verona with another amazing save there against Chavarria. Barrow put a tackle in. It came off of the Buford player. There were shouts for handball. Nothing was given, and Verona had to come to the rescue again. Here's Buford again. From the far side, Cruz trying the shot. Graham gets in the way. A foul called against him. Ball there. Barrow put a good tackle in. It just bounces up off of Chavarria, and Verona really well to come off his line. He hasn't had to been called to action very often in this season, but he's proving why he's still the number 1 after so many years. And he's keeping Potros in the game for the moment. But Buford continued to knock at the door. They have the chance from the free kick here. From a wide angle. Just about 25 yards to goal. They might think about the shot. They have options in the box as well. Verona setting up his wall. Shot comes in, but it hits off of Rohr. Now on the second attempt, they can't get it down. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Potros currently weathering the Buford storm after they already weathered the literal storm. But they've got about 30 minutes left. They're trying to twist the game around, trying to find the opportunity to get their chances. Omar barrels ball forward, looking for the head of Nazario Mbomio. It's won by Escalante. And now the ball forward again. Here's Barrow. Held off well by the Buford player, but can't get his pass through. Now Eric Graham carrying the ball himself. A challenge from behind on Graham. It doesn't bring him down, and the ball comes forward. Throw in for Potros. As the rain starts to die down a bit. Skies are starting to clear up, just a slight drizzle now. We'll see how the game continues on. The throw into the box cleared away. Graham wins the first header, falls to Roar. Tried to bring it down to Mbomio, who was behind him. But Atletico Buford covering the space as well. That clearance off of Mbomio in the corner, headed forward. Finds Valenzuela, plays it to Roar into the box. Roar brings it down to Mbomio. Mbomio from a tight angle, but the flag comes up, so it would not have counted. Patiño puts it down, looking for the long ball. Decides to play short instead to Escalante. Escalante's ball forward to Cruz. Graham's able to get it away from him. Lima to Roar. Roar back to Graham. Now Morello. Macias under pressure. Gets around Chavarria. Still Macias. Gets it to Valenzuela. His touch too heavy. Away from Dariño. Castro getting around the Potros pressure. Finding Salazar, who scored the goal. He continues his run forward. Graham with the speed to get in the way, but can only get it out for a throw. Salazar moving forward. Might have the wrong player there, actually. Played around the back. Here's Elizalde. Looking for the ball over the top, but decides to carry it forward himself instead. We see runners all around. This time they find Gerardo Carlos on the near side. Cross into the box. It's behind Suazo, and Kwesi Paul's there to clear. Valenzuela winning the ball back, connecting with Roar. Now Valenzuela tries to get it forward to Mbomio. Elizalde got a foot in the way. And a late challenge there by Martinez. Takes down Mbomio. As we start to approach the final quarter of this match. Buford with the front foot at the moment, but the score stays level. Kwesi Paul putting the ball forward. Roar helps it on its way. Cleared out by Gerardo Carlos. Dariño with pressure in his back is going to try to get some control on the near side. Wins a throw in. Puts it quickly into the box. Roar flicks it on. Valenzuela had too many blue shirts around him, could not help it. Now Buford. Looking to go direct. Barrow misses it. This is a chance for Suazo. Paul off his line, and Verona with another great save to send that one out for a corner. Cameron Verona. Questions being asked of him. He's been strong so far, but how long can he hold on? A mistake there from Barrow, who misjudged that ball. The ball got in behind. But a great hand there from Verona just to tip it over the bar. Buford now with a chance from the corner kick. Played short by Chavarria. 2v1 that gets it back. Now the cross comes into the back post. Headed away. Picked up by Buford right at the edge of the box. Coming back out. Chance for a shot. Can't get it curling, and it goes out for a goal kick. And now a substitute getting ready for Potros. Looks like it's going to be Jimmy Lee Noel. He's going to be replacing Daniel Roar. So Roar's day is going to be done. So Noel will slot into the midfield just behind the striker. See if he's able to produce some of the contributions he's had over the last couple seasons. Here's Barrow. Ball over the top, read by Escalante. Now Salazar. Played forward, Barrow gets in the way again. The rain coming down hard again. Now Noel gets his first touch, but it's quickly picked out by Buford's defense. Escalante under pressure, plays it out to Cruz, who's able to bring it under control. Eric Graham, though, doing well to get his body in the way, stopping any progression and getting the ball back in possession for Potros. Here's Barrow once again. Doesn't get the best contact on the ball, but finds the feet of Noel. Now Noel under pressure. Does well to keep the ball. Valenzuela. Looking for the feet of Dariño. Back to Valenzuela. Now Morello. Lima. Driving the ball forward himself. Runs into a Buford player and possession lost. Quickly run back by Barrow. Back and forth here in the middle. And now played in behind. Macias there. Gets it to Graham. Graham can't get it under control. Martinez. His ball forward falls against Valenzuela, and Paul now gets it to Mbomio. Mbomio, his pass is too far away from Noel. Here's Escalante. Mbomio's pressure gets it off him, and on the second attempt, he gets it forward. Midfield battle. Macias got enough on it. Valenzuela trying to carry forward. Puts a challenge in on the near side, but doesn't get a touch. Now Martinez plays it to Castro. Buford finally calming the game down after a bit of back and forth for the last couple of minutes. Here's Elizalde to Escalante. Played over the top, Barrow with pressure on him. Nice challenge there from Barrow to get it away. Macias trying to clear, gets a contact from Chavarria, no call, and it's cleared away to Noel. Macias still trying to get up from the back. Now Noel looking for the long switch, looking for Dariño. Carlos in the way, gets it headed to Martinez. Macias back on his feet. Has to deal now with the run from Carlos. Into the box. Carlos plays it across. Paul in the way. Played out to the feet of Dariño. Now Valenzuela. Noel. Potros with some space. Played in behind for Mbomio. Under pressure. Gets it back to the middle to Valenzuela. Now back to Mbomio. Mbomio into the box, but can't get around Escalante. Here's Guerra. We enter the final 20 minutes of this match. Still level. After a good spell of possession there for Buford, the final pass ends up going out of bounds. Now Potros with a chance. Thrown in by Graham, looking for Mbomio. Headed back to Graham. This time goes short to Lima. Graham eventually clears. Brought back to the middle for Buford. Gerardo Carlos finds the feet of Martinez. Dadinho reads the pass well, and now he's a chance to carry the ball forward himself. Still going is Dadinho. Has pressure from Carlos on his back the entire way, and he ends up winning a corner kick at the last second. So a good play there from Dadinho, wearing the captain band today. To wait for the right timing, picked out the pass, and then brought the ball forward all the way himself to win the corner kick. Lima to take it. Potros getting set up. It's to the front post, headed away by Buford. Now cleared. Brought down, but Macias in the way to win that one back. Played now to Lima. Lima driving into the box himself, trying from a tight angle, winning another corner. Great work there from Caden Macias to stop that counterattack from Atletico Buford. This one's going to come down to the wire. It's a nail biter at the moment. Lima with another corner. Plays it to the front post. It's over the bar. Out for a goal kick. Trying to play right in front of the goalkeeper, Patiño. Just looking for a flick on there. Elizalde. Under pressure from Pedro Lima. Now Macias picking the ball up. He loses it out there. Ball played forward to Chavarria. Chavarria trying to go into the box himself. Paul there with him. Forces him to the far side, and Verona on the near post able to collect. Here's Eric Graham. Under pressure as well, but brings it under control. Now to Valenzuela. Valenzuela forward to Lima. Lima looking for the run of Mbomio. Escalante slips on his attempted clearance, and Mbomio tried to go into the box himself, but Escalante was strong to stop the Equatorial Guinean from getting a real opportunity in this game. Now the ball over the top once again. Macias. His header only finds Guerra. Valenzuela putting a tackle in right at the half field. Guerra keeps the possession. Playing with Castro. Back to Guerra. Now Guerra looking for the penetrating pass. It finds Gerardo Carlos on the near side. Dadinho back to help defend. Back to Castro. Morello gets in the way. Takes a couple of deflections and eventually falls into the hands of Verona. And now Verona going to send the ball the other way. So behind Mbomio. Elizalde's header to the feet of Dadinho. Dadinho playing it forward to Mbomio. Doesn't have any options in the box at the moment. Holds up the play. Driving into the box himself. Tackle comes in from Elizalde, but not able to get control. Now Macias' cross is blocked. And he does well to win the throw-in on the second attempt. Now Macias looking for the long throw. Dadinho there right in front of the goal. Mbomio is well in front of him. Goes to Mbomio. Mbomio tries to head it back. Commits the foul. Ball forward by Escalante, finds Guerra. He helps it on its way to Suazo. Suazo able to turn. Valenzuela back to help defend. Ball goes wide to Cruz. And Buford get a corner kick out of it. Third corner of the match, 3 apiece now. And an opportunity here for Buford in the 77th minute. Cross comes in. Falls in the back post. Elizalde, his shot is wide. Hits off the side netting on the front post. And the goal kick taken quickly by Verona. One back by Buford. Potros not really able to get their lines forward, and now they'll get another chance here from Cruz. Back to Martinez. He flicks it forward. Valenzuela's in the way. His head is only as far as Castro. Castro now flicking it forward, but again, a loose ball picked up this time by Jimmy Lee Noel. He's pulled back and wins a free kick. And it's going to be a yellow card shown to the Buford player. It's going to be shown to Eder Cruz, I believe, number 13. Here's Graham. Ball in behind, Dadinho running onto it. Bounces too far from him. Patiño picks that one up without any issues. Puts it down and plays it to Escalante. Cruz slips as he tries to flick that one on. Here's a chance for Lima. Lima looking for Mbomio. Escalante picked it up. Now ball forward by Carlos Macias. Winning it there. Chavarria with a dangerous tackle. Going to be called for a foul and going to get a yellow card as well. It was a little hard to see from our angle here, but I believe, based on the reaction, that he probably lifted his cleats up, and that's why the yellow card. Referee was standing right there. Very similar to the one against him where he threw himself. Only difference was that the player here didn't go down as easily as he did. And now a substitute for Buford, I believe. They're going to get their first sub of the match. Looks like it's going to be Guerra who's replaced. So Gabriel Santos Guerra. Don't know who came in for him. If we find out, we'll let you know. First across for Noel. Goes to the back post. Kwesi Paul was there. Patiño had come out, but Patiño let it roll. And Paul wasn't able to get to it. So number 7 is the one who came in. Don't have a name for number 7 at the moment. If we find out, we'll let you know. But plays back underway here. A misplaced pass from Buford. Ball back in. No, Mbomio trying to flick it on. Clearance only as far as Valenzuela. Now gets it to Mbomio. Dadinho from a deep position. Plays it forward into the box. Elizalde there to clear it out. Now here's Nicolas Salazar. His ball forward is picked out by Morello. Wide to Lima. Lima fouled there on the corner. As he tried to drive through the two players, they sandwiched him in there. And the Buford player stays down after the challenge. And we're going to see another substitute for Potros. It's going to be the end of Nazario and Mbomio's day. as he's replaced by Steven Raymond, who got a goal last time out in the second round of qualifying. Will be a likely target from this free kick. Pedro Lima over the ball. Gets a quick bit of instructions from Kwesi Paul as Paul makes his way back into the box. We're here in the dying minutes of this game, 82nd minute, 83rd minute now. And the Buford player is going to require some attention. So the play will be delayed even further. The player, I believe that was the player who committed the foul for this free kick, ended up taking the worst out of it. We're now up to 90 viewers on the stream. Thank you all for tuning in to this highly anticipated match. As we reach the final minutes, it's a nail biter. Buford with the better chances in the second half. But Cameron Verona with 3 incredible saves keeps the score level. Potros yet to have a real clear chance in the second half. They open the scoring in the 25th minute thanks to Pedro Lima, who's been in fine scoring form this season. Gets his 7th of the season in all competitions. And now the Buford player is going to be removed from the field to get some attention, further attention. Looks like he might be able to continue. I think it was number 8, Alessandro Castro, the one who was receiving the attention. So he's now back at the half field, ready to re-enter the match. But Buford will have to defend this free kick with only 10 players on the field. Lima putting the ball in to the front post, bounces and hit off of a Buford player, out for a corner. Castro back on the field, back to 11. And now Potros with an opportunity from the corner kick. Lima to send the ball in again. Has Barrow in the box, has Kwesi Paul, has Steven Raymond. Goes to the far side to Barrow. Barrow heads it to the front post, off of the hand of the Buford player, and Potros win a penalty kick. You can see, we'll see the replay, but the Buford player looks like he jumped at the ball with his arms extended. We'll see it again. Here, the header from Barrow. Yeah, you can see him leading with his arms in front of him. It's a little bit difficult to see exactly where the contact was, but the referee spotted it and called the penalty kick. So Potros, despite absorbing all of the pressure from Buford throughout this half, have a chance now to take the lead here in the 85th minute. By the time it's kicked, it'll probably be the 86th minute. Marc Dadinho Binot steps up for it. The club's all-time leading goal scorer, with a chance to get them 1 foot into the round 4 of qualifying for US Open Cup. Here's Dadinho! Goal! Potros FC, they buy their ticket into the next round. Will the transaction go through? They've got to hold on for another 5 minutes plus added time. Buford was the more dangerous team in this half. It does not matter. Marc Dadinho Binot gives Potros the lead in the 85th minute. Sent Patiño the wrong way and sends Potros 1 step further into the next round, but it's not over yet. They've got to defend well here. Buford back underway. Quickly coming forward, they're almost out of time. Graham doing well to leave that ball and use his body to get that one out for a throw-in. Eric Graham's throw to the head of Lima, off of a Buford player. Graham trying to clear the ball, Barrow now successfully does so, finds Noel. Back to Lima. Lima looking for a chance to play the ball forward. Plays it to Darinho. Now Raymond. Back to Lima. Lima surrounded by Buford players. Back to Valenzuela. Now Morello. Graham finds Morello. Wide to Noel. Noel fouled. And now Buford's making some changes to try to get the game back level or get something back into this one. They've got a substitute coming in. Potros with the free kick. Graham over it, playing the ball into the box. Nobody there to contest, and Patiño wins it. Now looking to send the players forward. A long ball. Macias wins it there at half field to the feet of Darinho. Under pressure from Carlos. Darinho holding the ball up, has pressure coming from both sides, gets around Carlos. Still Darinho, leaves it for Raymond. Chavarria there. Raymond puts a foot in, and now Macias able to clear. It's in behind. Pressure behind. It's far as Raymond leaves it for Noel. Noel surrounded and loses possession. Martinez flicks it on. Here's Buford. Sending players forward, trying to get forward as quick as they can. A bit of contact off the ball, right in front of the Buford bench. Didn't see exactly what happened, but we saw a couple of players on the ground from both teams. We'll give the benefit of the doubt and say it was a tangling of legs, but in reality it was probably a bit of pulling going on off the ball. Paul clears. Here's Elizalde to Escalante. Ball forward looking for Chavarria. Brings it down. Macias in his back. Macias wins it back. Now Gerardo Carlos. Martinez with pressure around him. Darinho puts a good tackle in. Here's Valenzuela. Jimmy Noel and a challenge there from Chavarria. .45 seconds to go before added time. See if we can figure out how much added time. We had a 30-minute weather delay at the beginning of the second half. We eventually got back underway. Buford put all the pressure on the goal. Verona held strong in his goal. And then in the 85th minute, off of a corner kick, the header from Omar Barrow, the Buford player with his arm extended, stopped the ball from moving forward. Potros FC won a penalty kick, and Darinho, who's going to be replaced here, put Potros into the lead. As we now enter added time, trying to get an indicator of how much added time there will be as we get a couple more substitutes. Darinho replaced by Matt Mitchell, and Sean McKeever also entering the game. So didn't see who the second player who was replaced was. I believe it was Pedro Lima. Free kick now for Graham. He goes for goal, but it's Patiño sees it all the way into his hands. So Sean McKeever and Matt Mitchell will help close this game out for Potros as we're in added time. Ball forward, picked out by Macias. Macias forward to Raymond. He couldn't help it on its way to McKeever. Elizalde now playing the ball back into the middle. Here's Martinez under pressure from Mitchell. Mitchell commits the foul. Buford trying to get the ball back underway quickly. Here they come again. Still a player down off the ball from Buford on the far side. Play continues. Here's Gerardo Carlos. Now Escalante playing the ball in behind. Barrow heads it. Loose ball played away by Morello. Potros has used all 5 of their substitutes. Buford now putting the ball back in from a throw. We're now about to enter into the 3rd minute of added time. We didn't see how much time was added. I would imagine it's probably about 4 or 5 minutes. But Buford can't get the connections that they need right now. Long throw from Graham. Noel heads it on. Raymond there trying to get it under control. Commits the free kick, and commits the foul. Buford puts the ball back into play quickly. Here's Elizalde. Wide to Gerardo Carlos. Sean McKeever wins it back. Sean McKeever fighting off the pressure from Carlos, gets it to Noel. Jimmy Lee Noel. Puts a cross into the back post. Patiño there misses the ball. It's going to roll out to the corner. Raymond there, but Escalante gets to it first, pulling the ball forward. Martinez in the middle. Morello steps forward. Has to go back to Gerardo Carlos. To Chavarria. Macias with a nice challenge there to get to that ball first. And now Noel fouled right there in the middle of the field. Caden Macias has to deal with Chavarria, who's the most dangerous player for Buford. He's done extremely well in this game. Picked up a yellow card in the first half. Had to be extremely careful, but his timing has been perfect in the second half. Only a few times they were able to get around on his side, but in these passes, he's been all over them. And now Raymond with the free kick. Might try to send this one to the corner. Might try to shoot himself. We'll see what he decides to do. Raymond's free kick hits off the wall. And now a chance here. The ball forward is too heavy, and Cameron Verona will allow that one to come all the way to his feet and pick it up, killing off a few seconds. We're now into the 4th minute of added time. We'll see how much more is going to be played. Verona sending the ball down the field. Bounces over the Buford player to the feet of McKeever. To Raymond. Raymond trying to switch the play. Mitchell not able to keep it in. It came off of a Buford player, I think. Oh no, never mind. I thought the referee was pointing for a Potros throw. I didn't see any touch, so ends up being a Buford throw. And now nice little quick play there. Noel in the angle. Can't get it on target. Possibly one last opportunity here for Buford. We're now in the 5th minute of added time. Ball played forward. Eric Graham there to win the header. And there's the final whistle. Potros FC will be moving on to the 4th and final round of U.S. Open Cup qualifying. We will keep you here for a second to see what comes from here as the Buford players come to the ref. Obviously, they're not going to be happy with that call. But Potros FC move on to round 4 of U.S. Open Cup qualifying. One step away from qualifying for the tournament. Their perfect season continues here in all competitions. And we will leave you with the final scenes here at Marietta High School as Potros move on to the next round.